Hey guys, my name is Andrew, watching Tonkus Gaming, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. And so, with everybody back here, it's been a little while as far as like in real life time. Um,
Hello.
and so we're finally back. This is going to be like a shorter episode, but I'm still wanting to record just to have it here. So yeah. Kind of recapping what happened last time. You guys met up at a casino, met with the Tokumatsu clan, and have offered to take up learning from them the art of the shinobi and the reward for taking down the monarch of the city. So that's kind of where we left off. So it's very late at night. You've just got done talking to them. The casino is still very loud and alive, and it's still like mayhem and crazy in here. And what do you guys want to do now?
Well, I
Um.
want to actually find the equipment that, was originally
Oh yeah, I need a
alluded
gun.
Wait, say that again.
I know they need weapons and shit.
Okay. So you wanted to go and buy some weapons from the shop that's here.
Yeah, they need stuff. I have my stuff.
Okay. Um, so if you go, if you go down the steps like that happened earlier, where you were ganged up on, there actually is a guy down there that does sell weapons. So you go down the steps. You meet up with a kind of rusty a kind of how do I say this very rustic, older style, like steampunk kind of robot with long brass pipes coming out of his shoulders and all around him. And he clanks and has steam pumping out, and he kind of like very lazily like rolls up towards the counter, and he says, "How may I help you?"
Hey, what y'all need?
So is
Some
this
useful
like
weapons, honestly.
So this is like the things that he has are mostly like your basic weapons, like the things that you would find in the player's handbook kind of stuff. Um,
Oh,
gotcha?
if you're wanting for something very particular, you kind of have to ask for it. Because this he runs off of a very basic script, as you can kind of like look. So like if you were looking for something in particular, you would have to like ask him and see if he can pull that up inside of his script. You know?
okay, so issue like almost like commands for
Yep.
specific items.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh,
I need another revolver.
Sorry, my apparently I'm popular and I keep getting called, and I have Discord going over my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, you said another revolver.
Yes.
He says, he goes over. He says, "Computing," and then he takes a moment, and you see a little bit of steam, like shh, out the back, and he says,
Oh, you're that broken.
and he says, "Error, cannot find revolver."
Fucking excuse me. What do you have that's close to it? Hey, probably not gonna be able to answer that, is he?
And then he's like, "I do not understand what you mean by close to revolver."
Can I
He
talk
may
to a
not
fucking
know
person?
what that means by. He pulled a Siri on you.
Speak to a representative.
And it's like calling inside of his chest. Hello, tech support. How may I help you?
Hey man, your machine sucks. First off.
Uh,
Second off,
yeah.
I need a gun.
All right. Well, could you give me the number to the robots that you are inquiring about?
Hey man, where's your number at though?
And then he's like, number is 664.
Alright, I just read off his number.
And then he's like, all right, I'll have someone sent out there. How does tomorrow morning sound?
Bitch, I need it now.
He's like, I'm sorry, sir, but we're it's one of we're running very on a low staff right now, so we can't get out there right now.
Alright man, whatever.
He's like
So
if you don't mind, please if you could stick around and tell me how I did on our quick survey.
Alright man, how do I hang up this fucking thing?
And then he hears, please, it really helps me out if you could please stick around for the survey.
I just walk away.
My boss.
Not dealing with the shit, not today, good sir. No thanks.
And then he's like, who may I help now?
Fucking hate my life.
It's just, this is so funny to me.
I walk up. Do you have a gun?
Excuse me?
Items we have in stock include 30 Winchester 40 AE rifle and stock.
Oh, that was it? That's all you
Confirm.
have in stock?
Oh my god.
Just those 2 guns?
No, that's one gun.
That's 1 gun?
Yeah, it's a
You don't
Winchester
have one
30-30.
Why do you only have 1 gun in stock?
Is that what you ask him?
Yeah.
He says, I do not know what you mean by why do you have so few guns in stock?
I hate this thing.
Like I said, it's an older program, so his script might be outdated.
I say... Okay.
And then
Here
you
we
just see steam pumping out the back again. And glowing hot red. Low.
Wow. This guy's
Battery.
ancient. How much is the gun?
Processing. Hold on, how much is a fucking gun? How
Pretty
much?
much.
I think it would be like shush. Honestly. That would be 250 gold pieces.
Okay.
I'm sorry, hold on. Value equals 250 gold pieces.
Can I fucking kill
Okay.
this thing?
So is this like... It's a rifle, right? Is it like... Flint?
Do you know what a 30-30 is?
Is it... No.
Okay, so it's a
having
lever
stuff
a-
right now.
Oh, yeah, it's an old Winchester rifle.
Yeah, it's like a lever
Oh.
action, like cowboy style, like rifle.
Okay.
Think Bonanza.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're probably too young for Bonanza.
No,
John, we're talking about John
I
Wayne
don't
stuff.
What you be on?
No, I want to know this. How old are you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
26.
I'm the same age as you.
Oh, I thought your Andrew's age was younger than me.
No.
I'm 25. You're not that much older than me.
I'm old enough.
Boy, if you don't get out of here with that.
I
Wait,
don't want
when
to
did
hear
you
it from
turn
any of you.
26?
Okay, not a word.
Have you hit
When did you
30 yet,
turn
Tiff?
Yes,
Okay, I
I'll
thought so.
be 32 in July, or not July,
Yikes.
January.
Yikes. Wow.
I'm so old I don't remember when I was born. Okay,
I mean, are you supposed to remember when you were born? Like,
You're supposed
like,
to remember what month you were born in. I just said July instead of January.
oh, I thought you meant like the exact moment it happened, because I'm like,
Yes.
I don't remember that.
As I yeeted myself from the uterus.
Oh God. Oh man.
Anyway,
Anyways, back to hating this robot.
I hate this thing.
I'll buy the gun.
Insert 250 gold pieces, and then he points to a like a neon like light pointing to a like an arrow that goes down towards like this little like cup that like spirals down into like a machine that goes in like,
oh my god, it's one of those things.
yeah. Like one of those Coinstar things.
Oh no.
we're basically buying from like a steampunk futuristic version of a freaking vending machine.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
It's a vending machine for guns.
I'm getting Borderlands vibes.
That's what I was going for, was the Borderlands style. So,
Okay, where's Trixie at?
oh man, alright, I didn't want to spoil that, but I actually did create a Trixie style character in this game.
Please bring me Tiny T.
It's not on this planet though.
Chris
Oh
is
my
rolling
God.
to seduce.
I'm
my
rolling
God.
to seduce?
For-
The robot?
No, she's gonna roll to seduce Trixie from like 3 planets.
Are you talking about Moxie?
Or Moxie, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My brain's not here today.
I know
Moxie Fawn.
I know you're talking about. I actually thought it was Trixie.
That's Moxie. Moxie Fawn.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I think there's
I played like 700 hours of Borderlands 2.
I played each of them like one time, and I don't remember what happens.
Me and Glenn played 700 hours of Borderlands 2.
It's like you get a vault. It was dope, and then that was that. That's all I remember. And then there was this annoying ass like evil guy. Like,
The end game bosses were the funnest. When you one shot the end game boss, you were finally done.
like the first one I loved the most. Like I think the third one was kind of meh.
Borderlands 2 is so much fun. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Zane's trying to buy a gun. We're slowly waiting for him to pour all his money into the vending machine.
I one by one put every coin into the thing.
Oh god, I
Do you
fucking
count it
hate
as you go?
So here's the thing.
One.
So you go boom, ding, boom, ding. Like each individual one takes about
It's
5
gonna
minutes.
reset.
But on the last two, you put them a little too hastily, and it actually eats one of the quarters. So
You just gotta.
I just
You
put
gotta
them
beat
all
it.
in.
I need one more gold
I put one more in. Just
piece.
take it.
Get me out of here, bro.
You slide it in, and then it pops out because it's stuck in the middle of the thing.
Can I just shoot this thing?
This is their robot, right?
Technically, yes.
Alright,
Can I look around for someone that like looks in charge but not like super high up?
The middleman.
There is a guard,
Like a supervisor, but not the store manager.
I walk over.
and he's reading a book.
Hey, hey, buddy. Sorry to interrupt you, but
What?
your robot over there,
Not my robot.
the robot over there,
Yes.
is he like a vital member of this group?
Ask me what you want to ask.
Can I kill this thing?
Can I
No.
destroy this robot?
Why do you want to destroy it?
It's one, the tech is very far behind. Two, the service that you get when you call a representative.
He walks up to the robot, and then bangs it in the middle of its chest, and then it falls down through the robot And then he's like, transaction confirmed. He's like, could have just told me that.
Oh my god, I fucking hate you. Get me out of here.
I am sorry. I'm enjoying this so much right now.
I hate you. Alright, get your guns in so we can get out of here.
I
Chris-
take the gun.
Kind of looks at them and grins, and she's just like, "I've still got to get my stuff."
Oh no.
So he ends over, and then he looks over to Chris and says, "How may I help you?"
Please, no.
Stock of daggers, please.
Stock of daggers equals quantity 3.
Bro, someone from like middle school had to program this robot.
She's just like is like listening to Cole just like bitching in the back, and she's just like trying not to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna bang my head against the wall at this point.
Like you can't even tell on the outside.
He says quantity of bandages equals 4.
I hate this thing.
One side of like Chris's mouth quirks up, and that's the only like expression she gives. Add 1 dagger to cart. Short
1
bow
dagger
list.
has been added to cart. Would you like to add 5 coins to put a 1-year warranty
Not a fucking warranty.
on dagger?
Alright,
No,
I walk
thank
up to
you.
the guy that owns this thing. I look
Short
at him. How
bow
much? How much to buy the robot?
You talking about this? Okay, so you go up to Viscera, because actually, here's what happens. So Viscera, as you're trying to walk up, she's like, what's going on? You guys are taking forever.
How much to buy the fucking robot?
Well, it is an older robot. I mean, we could just get a new one. I don't know. Let's say 700 gold.
Sold.
Wow, you must really like this robot.
And then I shoot the fucking robot.
Roll to hits.
I fucking hate this thing.
Does anyone want to help him with this, by the way?
Yes. Of
Um,
course we do.
and how are you gonna do it? You're just gonna shoot it?
Who, me?
Making her like trying to find.
No,
a short
I'm talking
bow.
about Cole. You're just gonna shoot it, or
Well, the reason why I'm saying that.
I don't need it.
I
I hit a 24.
I was gonna say, I'm
Alright.
pretty sure Chris is in the way.
all right. So Chris, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck it.
Cole's too angry to care.
Oh, I'm gonna laugh so hard if I fail this.
I don't care at this point.
It'll be the greatest. This is the greatest session of D&D I think I've ever had.
Oh, you said dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw. That's right.
So would that be just the?
Yeah.
The
So
plus 3?
your dexterity saving throw modifier.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw modifier.
Here
Okay,
we go.
5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Damn, I almost nat 20'd it.
Oh, come on. I did the wrong letter. I ain't gonna.
Let's go.
I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't know what
You
that's supposed to
spoke
mean.
Spanish.
16.
16. Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
So let me start with Chris. Okay, so Chris, you as Let me think. How do I do this? How do you help Cole? Duke.
Um, well, I'm walking over to the robot before he like I'm still standing over, like
Mm,
standing by the robot when he's trying to buy it. But
mm.
as he goes to shoot,
As I yell
I'm
fucking sold, he knew what I
I'm
was gonna do.
touching it to cast heat metal.
Okay. So, so you come over. Is heat metal like ranged?
No, I have to touch it.
Okay. So you
Actually, no, it's 60 feet.
okay, so I was about to say. Yeah, all right, so cool. So you cast heat metal, and his like midsection to up to his face, like his upper like robot face, gets like super red hot, um, and he's just like error, overheat, error. Error, and then you see you Cole say, and she says 750 gold, and then he says sold. You look over and you see Chris like, oh shit, and you matrix back, and then you wind up and just like quick draw, just pow, just right in the middle of its face. You shoot it. It goes all the way through, all the way to the back wall, explodes into a million pieces, and from above you, it's now raining gold coins that you insert into the machine.
Alright, so how much gold do we get from that?
Real quick, I want everyone to roll for a dexterity saving throw because you cast heat metal, you heated up the gold pieces that flung into the air, and now you have molten hot the gold pieces that are raining down on y'all.
Oh, my rolls are sick today.
21.
I can just end the spell and it'll... What's my dexterity?
I've rolled a 19 and a 17 tonight. I'm on fire, bro.
Right? So 18, 21. Y'all are rolling
Just
great today.
A straight dex.
16. Yeah, you all like dodge every single one of them. Like they come down and you're just like dancing around it. Like maybe like one gets on your shoulder, Cole, and then you just flick it off really quick. And then she's just like what made you so angry?
I hate this thing.
She's like,
I
well,
just hand her the fucking money.
she's like, well, I guess we're just gonna have to get a new robot then. And
Yep,
then she,
you are.
and then she looks over to the guard and says, "Guard, pick up all the money, please." And he's like, and then goes over and
I
picks up all the pieces.
Alright, no
your
question.
guns towards the guard, and I go, jackpot.
And he just
Oh.
grudgingly looks at you.
I
Just
look
kind
through
of
all the metal
looks
to
at
try to find a customer support number real quick.
Okay. So you do find a customer number. And you just write it down real quick.
Alright, can I call it?
Yes. You would have to use a landline.
Alright, is there a landline nearby?
Yeah, there's one at the bar. You could just ask the barkeep, and then
Hey, man, can I use your phone?
yeah, you go up and then the Yonti looks at you and says, "Yes, right over here." And then holds over the phone, and then you pick it up and it's one of those rotary phones, so you have to press
no.
one and then press.
Damn, have you not heard of fucking technology?
So remember, this is sci-fi-ish, right? But different planets have different levels of and also different regions of the world have different levels.
You have a fucking bullet train, but still use a rotary phone.
Look, that's the thing, is there's levels of rich and poor, in the economy and shit. So so you call it and you hear boop boop, and then here just you say, "You have called the anime line for
Oh my fucking god.
Robotech Enterprise. To speak with a
Speak to a
representative,
representative.
press. And then you hear.
Get me out of here.
All our representatives are with a customer right now.
Alright, I
We'll
just
be
fucking
glad. And then right before you hang up, it's like, hello, hello.
Hey, hey. So I just put in a service order earlier today. You
Yes.
can go ahead and fucking cancel that.
What was the number of the robot?
Bro, I have no fucking clue. It's dead now.
And then he's like,
Was it like
"Oh,
six,
you
six,
were the one that
six,
called
four,
earlier."
six, four?
Yeah, it's dead.
I know. I am very upset because that was one of the oldest models.
Yeah, well now it's dead.
People like you are so awful.
I'll come kill you next. I'll keep up.
Meet me anywhere, and I will fight you.
Where you at, bro?
Meet me outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Meet me toward the near the bullet train on the way to Victoria.
Alright, what time?
3 tomorrow.
Alright, bet. Hang up the phone.
Are we about to kill some random guy?
So I just turn around, everybody's like, alright, so I've been challenged to a duel.
And then the young teacher's like, "You make all sorts of friends, don't you?"
Oh yeah, I'm just the best.
And she says, and she looks over and she says, "You're so much fun." What? She's like, and she's like, "Care for an ale?"
Yes.
And so she fills up your glass, and then Viscera's just like, she's like, "You know how to make enemies, don't you?"
All the time.
And she's like,
The one thing we're good at.
she's like, "Okay, can we have fun now? I'm done with, having to clean up behind the robot, and then all this talk about the shinobi stuff. Let's just have fun now."
Well, you see, we could, but Chris still needs weapons because I destroyed the robot.
Well, why didn't you let her shop first?
I couldn't
'Cause
hold
he's
it
an
anymore.
idiot.
I couldn't
What?
do it.
Girl, what you need?
Well, I mean, it said that it only needed, or that it only had that one gun.
She's
I
what?
had shitty inventory too.
What did you need?
I need a dagger and either a crossbow or a short bow to make up for the ones that I lost taking care of his ass. And I just point back at Cole.
She looks over to the guard and she says, "Give me my dagger, crossbow, and light crossbow. Oh, and 60 bolts as well." And then they go after for it, and she brings it to you.
Hey Cole.
What's up?
You know the only reason why I bought this gun was for you, right?
Oh yeah. Pew pew, Miss Q.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks, friend. Alright, so I have a fucking rifle now.
Yeah.
So
What's the
technically, you
stats
can
on
make that
rifle?
your packed weapon also.
Oh, a packed rifle sounds dope.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
Now,
Alright.
really quick,
Uh-huh.
before when they get back, I ask our friend, so do you have any sort of musical instruments that happen to be magic in nature?
She says, "I don't really have anything right now. I'm not really into music, honestly."
Missing out.
She says,
Missing out.
there is a collector who does a lot of stuff in magic in Victoria. You could ask him.
Aren't we going to Victoria?
I think so.
That's
Apparently
where you
we
have to do the
something
mission.
in
Yeah.
Victoria. Oh, okay. Well, let's go to Victoria.
Alright, so, question. What's
Yeah.
the stats for this rifle?
The stats it is look, I have it right here. Hold on a second.
we already do the training? I can't remember.
I think we did.
Did we just like fast forward through all the training?
No.
Oh.
Then
So
never mind.
So 1d12 piercing. It's 150 to 600 range. It's a heavy weapon.
150 to 600 range.
Mm-hmm. It's heavy and two-handed, and it has loading.
All right. So, if I make it my packed weapon, can I do the proficiency bonus as charisma instead, like we did for the revolver?
Yes, but you would have to
Alright, I'd have to-
basically you would have to either choose one
The
or
revolver
two
or the
revolvers.
rifle?
Yeah, one or the other.
All right, I'm gonna do my rifle for now.
Okay.
So that takes a day, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have to spend basically all. We'll just say for simplicity's sake, overnight. You spend
Okay.
all night resting and making this like pack happen. And so before that happens, though, is anybody else doing anything tonight?
You said okay, so I got the crossbow, 60 bolts.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a very standard, like crossbow, like you would find anywhere else.
That's fine.
Nothing super special.
She's not really into really fancy stuff anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Would
back
that be a
to the
light or
ship.
hand crossbow?
There's a hand crossbow. Yeah.
It's a hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm going back to the ship, and I'm gonna have a jam session with my little friend.
The robot. What's his name?
Yeah. What
Um,
is his name? I
Gear.
forgot about it.
Gear.
Gear.
Gear's
yeah.
the homie.
I'm gonna say Gear. You wanna jam?
Yeah. And he's like, "Fuck yeah, brother."
Sounds good. And I shift into my I guess my prayer garb,
Mm-hmm.
and
Are you doing your heavy metal shit again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. that's how I pray, man.
Yeah, that's fair, dude.
You just
I respect it.
you just go straight into what's a good one to do
I play Live for the Kill by Amon Amarth.
yes. And then you're like he also is like head banging to it, banging his head gets the floor, and then pouring oil all over himself, getting more and more drunk. And
yes,
then
bro.
there's a and then what you didn't notice before is that there's a dog that he's introduced into the spaceship. It's like a little corgi, and the corgi's just kind of like dancing a little bit with y'all, and then he's just like Gear's just like, let's fucking mosh, dog. And then he starts like pushing the dog, and the dog's like ruff ruff, and then they start moshing. It's just the music.
That's awesome.
So, as this is happening, Chris, are you doing anything while Cole is doing the ritual? And there's a mosh pit going on between a dog and a robot.
Take that as a
Yeah,
no.
she's no. She's doing something. She's gonna go out into town. Like she's got her cloak up and
Yeah.
is kind of like trying to be as inconspicuous as possible and like as like I guess she's slightly stealth but not really like super trying.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's got her new daggers in her hands and she's just kind of like going through that area, like trying to find any type of stores or anything that might possibly be open since she's got some time alone without the boys.
Okay. So, as you're kind of making your way downtown, walking fast, and places fast. Yeah. So, as you're walking through the streets, you notice that this side of town is a lot quieter than where you came from, and with the night kind of like dimming down and you looking around for shops, most of the places that are open are either bars or restaurants, or like small like little like stands where they're
Okay.
selling like seafood or sushi or like ramen or something like that. Um, and you do see a small little like consignment shop that sells like knickknacks, furniture and stuff like that. That's the first one you noticed.
It has like small little knickknacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Now, if I look, are there any type of instruments or anything?
When you look inside, the only thing that you can kind of see from a distance is that there's a small little lute. Um, it kind of looks like a used, kind of beat up lute with like one string missing, but that's the only instrument you see from the distance. You also see a older woman out on the outside of this like little shop on a rocking chair, kind of rocking back and forth, looking at you, and she's like, "Don't be shy. You may come in if you want."
Okay, Chris is gonna head into the consignment shop.
All right. She says, "Why hide your beautiful face, dearie?"
Because the night is dark and there are enough dangerous people in this world without me showing my face.
Edge Lord. All right. So,
Edge.
I'm sorry. I got cut real hard with that edge.
I'm an emo kid, not conforming as can be.
You could be non-conforming too if you were just like me. So, she says, "Oh dear. Well, let me know if you need anything." You walk in and you notice there's no one else that works here, just her. It seems like she's the only like at least visible person that works here. She has just mountains and mountains of junk. Like most of the things in here are not worth a whole lot. There's like broken umbrellas. There's old books that are like barely readable. There's there's like a mountain of books that are just like super like sprawled out. Most of them have tears through them. It would take forever for me to list every single thing in here because there's so much stuff. What's something in particular that you're looking for?
Chris is looking for any type of instrument. It doesn't, other than the lute. Like it doesn't matter if it's like as long as you could potentially play it, even though it may be like off a little bit. Anything that she could potentially play.
Mhm.
And then she is also looking for anything that might have any type of like, I don't know, maybe like a something that seems kind of special, like anything that kind of seems unusual for the other mountain of junk that may be in this place.
Okay. So, as you're looking through, at first, nothing kind of stands out other than the loot. And the loot's, like, honestly pretty beat up, like I was saying before.
Yeah.
But you do see your eyes on a drum that looks really, really nice. It's kind of like a tribal style drum with kind of like, kind of like a stitched homemade style of like conga style drum that you use with your hands, and it's about the size of a football wide, and it's about as tall as it's about like 3 feet tall. Like it's not huge, but it's bigger.
Okay.
And you find that under a bunch of very ruined clothes. And then you hear a voice from the voice of the woman. It's like, "Oh, hello, dearie. Welcome back." And then you hear footsteps coming towards you. Do you like look to see who it is, or do you just keep looking?
Chris is gonna take. Chris is always, one hand on her dagger, so she's
Yep.
gonna grip the other one, like one hand. I guess she's already seen the drum, so she puts one hand on the drum, and with the other, like she whips around dagger, like not out, but like in her hand in case.
In a ready
Some-
position.
Yeah, in a ready position.
Okay.
And she turns around and looks.
And then you turn around and you see that it's the guy that gave you the bounty for the mafia guy.
Yeah.
And he's just like, of all places I could have found you, late out at this place. What you looking for?
She's gonna she's gonna relax her grip slightly, not like a whole lot because she still doesn't trust this this jerk. But she's gonna kind of just shrug her shoulder and just be like,
He's like, yeah, he's like, chill. Look, I'm just around just to say hi. All right. I like coming here too. So paranoid, Jesus. Like, and he kind of like walks past you and like kicks over some books, and and he's like, Ma, when are you gonna throw some of this crap away? And she's like, Dearie, that stuff is very nice. Your father would be very disappointed if he threw everything away. He's like, no one cares, Ma. And then he's like, and he's just like, what you looking for, anyways?
one of the guys was looking for an instrument. I figured I'd help him out.
He's like, all right, well, that's the only thing that looks intact, which I'm shocked, by the way, that it is. And then he's like, look, just take it. Don't worry about it. And he's like, I'll cover the charge. But here, if you don't mind taking a second, I got for you guys another job. You interested?
It depends. We're kind of occupied with certain members of the community at the moment.
He's like, is that right? If you don't mind me asking. Who?
Well, I could tell you, but on the chances that your employers are against these people, I don't know if it would be a good idea to let them know.
Well, there's only two sides around here. And I'm afraid it looks like our enemies got to you first. See, here's the thing. I'm a very understanding guy. I know how the business works. You take the opportunities that you get. So, here's what I'll do for you. All right? I have a job here, coming from straight from the top. Here's what I got. You handle Viscera and her dad. Whack them both. Got 10 grand on you. And you'll get a key to the city. Anywhere you want. Anything you want. Okay? Remember, this comes right from as high as you can imagine. If anything, the government just wants this crap to be over. And let's just say someone who is paying me to send this, who's sending me out here to get you, wants to make them happy. All right? No hard feelings if you say no. But just know whose side you're on, which is the losing one. He seems also very confident that you're not gonna hurt him. He's like looking around as he's talking, kind of like shifting his eyes, as if this is just another Tuesday, you know, like no other day. Like this is just like nonchalant, you know.
Chris takes her hand off her dagger and just kind of stares at him for a moment, and then she's like, I'll have to confer with the rest of my party.
He says, listen, we're trying to get stuff done tonight, okay? I need to know as soon as possible. I'm going to come to you one at a time. I need to know an answer then, okay? And he's like, okay, good talk. And then he kind of like taps you twice on the side of the face. He just says, and lighten up, will you? Always grabbing your dagger, Jesus. And then he starts to walk out. He's like, I'm going out, Ma. And he's like, okay, have a good time.
Chris picks up the drum, and she picks up the broken lute.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to, I guess, Derry's mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, how much?
And she's like, how about 10 and 15 gold.
Done. She hands her 30 gold.
And then she
Here's an extra 5 for your trouble.
She says, oh, thank you. You're so kind. And she's like, you know, make me feel better if you smile a little bit more.
Chris just kind of gives this very pained smile.
She says, see? That's so much better, don't you think?
Yeah. Thanks. And she's just... Thank you again. She just she immediately drops her face back and she walks out.
So as this is happening, Cole, in order for you to do the ritual, you have to know what kind of weapon this is, all right? And I need you to understand something about D&D, all right? I need you to understand, you may not have understood the last campaign, but this one you definitely do. You do not pick up weapons without knowing for sure whether they're magical or not. And this one was 100% was. So Zane first touched it and did not affect him. But now that it's touched you, you begin to try and do the ritual, and then you feel like this seance style of dreamlike state come, and at first you're used to this because when you do the ritual to technically destroy the item and then have the spirit like form take its place, you enter it and you see what looks like, I want you to imagine in this state where normally this is what normally happens. You are on this plane of all just pure darkness, and in the very, very faint background there's towers of fire of the abyss. And in this small circle where a pentagram is written in blood and lights, you stand before it trying to meld your soul with this weapon. Instead of being here by yourself, you are visited by what seems to be the entity that resides inside of this weapon. And this entity looks like a very... I want you to imagine a cross between a werewolf and a hydra, where it's a werewolf but has 3 long heads, and it shivers and has miniature seizures as it's trying to move, clicking closer towards you, scraping the darkness into the ground with its claws and pulling up tears into the void. And as it pulls into the void, you can hear violent screams of the abyss from below. And as it's coming up and says, "You want what I have?"
I do not want Parkinson's.
And then he says, "If you want my power, I'll give it to you."
Hey, are you cold?
And then you can see like drool and blood drip down each of its like long lanky necks and long mouths riddled in like wide sharp teeth. And as it gets closer and you see the dark pits where the eyes have, you see a bright small dot where its irises are staring into you, and he says, "You feed me blood and souls."
Alright, what do I get out of it?
More power.
Well, I do like power.
He says, "Yes."
What kind of power?
He says, "For all the blood you shed, the more life you gain in return. Think of it as a life steal."
I'll take this lifesteal.
I fucking
Keep
knew
worrying
it.
about Bloodthirster all the time.
I fucking knew it. That's basically what we're working with. And then he's like, "Very well." And then you feel like a burst of the soul like actually melding with you, and it feels like your eardrums shatter as like knives like scratch down a chalkboard. You feel like your neck and your vertebrae breaking off of your body and then snapping back on. And then you feel all of the most painful screams and violent tears into the void, like piercing through your mind. And then as soon as it comes, it's gone, and you're back in the ship. And what was once before a ghost rifle is now in your hands, in a smoke-filled room of smog and smoke. You stand with it hilted and pointing up. You have a 30-30 by your side, like drenched in smoke. As like a ghost gun.
Fucks with it. So still a long rifle, right? So still a 30-30.
Yep.
It's just smoky. It looks dope.
Yeah, and it's basically a ghost gun now.
Fucks with that.
All right. So, how'd you feel about my descriptions, by the way?
That was nice.
Yeah. All right.
You 100% chose Bloodthirster, but yeah.
Yeah. This is the power basically that you're getting from this gun. It's considered a cursed gun. So what I mean by cursed is when you don't have this gun and you're using something else, you have disadvantage using anything else but this gun. But here's the upside. Every time you either crit or every time you hit something, you heal for 1d6 damage. Like healing that much on ranged attacks against against opponents. And when you crit, it's double that. So
2d6.
Yeah,
Or
2d6.
1d6 doubled.
It's 1d6. You can only use this ability once per round. So even if you had like multiple shots, like multiple attacks, you can still only use it once.
Okay. So only heal once.
Yeah, it's one d
So is
six.
it 1d6 doubled?
It's
Or
1d6, and then if you crit, it's doubled. Whatever you heal for, it's doubled.
okay.
Um, Now the way it works, and this is how I'm gonna work it. The healing will increase the more you basically do what it wants. It's basically
Okay.
gonna want you to do the most fucked up, most like it's gonna want you to kill and like you know wreak havoc and chaos as much as possible.
Oh, you sent this to the right, man.
All right, sounds good. All right, so
Does it have a name?
does it have a name?
Yeah,
Uh,
does it have a name?
yes, I actually did give it a name. Oh,
Also have Blessing, an old one too, which is dope.
the name of the beast and also the weapon is Grinlock.
Grimlock? Grim.
Grin Lock,
I
Lock.
like, I like it.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, pretty badass. So all right.
I'm about to be OP. Because I also have a Blessing of the old one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be unkillable.
So all right. With that said, um, you see Chris coming up, and you walk. She walks in. Gear is at this point being getting his ass beat by the dog, in a brawl like mosh pit, while Zane is just shredding like a monster, in a prayer, and then as and you see Chris come in as you walk out of your room, like, and smoke just like drips into the room and fills the room as if like you're like a WWE fighter like walking onto the stage. So Chris, you see this happen, what do you do?
Looks at Cole and just kind of raises her eyebrow for a second. That's the only expression she makes, and then she just like keeps walking towards Duke's door and leaves the drum at his door before she goes into her room.
She's like fucking warlocks.
Yeah, pretty much. She's pretty much like fucking locks. Whatever.
Yeah. So and are you just gonna continue to party, Zane, or do you say anything?
I stop and I like kind of I bow a little bit and I grab the drum. I beat on it a little bit just to see if it's in tune and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I look over at my uh smoky friend
Mm-hmm.
and I just go, "You've been to the abyss, haven't you?"
Indeed, I have. And I
Ah,
pull out the new gun to show him.
very nice. Seems you're
Yeah,
not. It seems I'm not the only one anymore.
I got it
And
from
I,
a little three-headed werewolf that had Parkinson's.
uh,
Basic.
I think I know who you're talking about.
So basically, this is a homebrewed like demon. It's a demon that works for the Demogorgon.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like a demon that's a servant of one, of the Demogorgon. But yeah, basically, um, so it's not something that you can like look up, but it's based off of like demons that exist in the lore of D&D. Um, so yeah. So there's that.
I keep calling it the fucking werewolf of Parkinson's.
Yeah, I know you are.
I was gonna say it sounds like a small version of the big guy. I don't follow him. He's a little too out there for me.
Oh, which one do you follow?
Um, his name is Fraz.
Ferdinand.
Brass.
Braz are blue.
Okay.
If,
He's paranoid, but he's not like death and destruction like your guy is.
I'll look
Like-
over to Chris. You should know something about paranoid.
He's not there. Chris is just, Tiffany is just like muttering shit in the back. Chris is in her room currently, like she's
Oh.
trying to tune the lute with her door closed and locked so nobody can see what she's doing.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Struggle.
see if the drum, if I can just tell that it's magical.
So this drum isn't magical, but it is
Okay.
actually a very nice one. Like compared to the stuff that you've seen before, when you lay it down and you hear like the nice bass tone that it has,
Yeah.
it thunders really nice.
Ooh.
Like
I
dum,
take
dum,
the
dum,
piece
dum.
of crap war drum that I have,
Yeah.
and I punch through the top of it, and I throw it away, and then I take the big drum, and I go back into my room, and I just look at the dog and gear, and I go, "You guys ready?"
And then
And I start beating
and,
on the drum.
and then Garrett's like, "No, I need a minute. Wait." And then the dog's just like, "Urgh." It's like ready to fucking go, and you're just like, boom, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, ka, boom, boom. And then the dog's just like, "Urgh." And he's like, "Oh shit."
Oh, this is vibing, dude.
And so
I
yeah.
look at Cole and I just go, "You want to party, man?"
What up? Sorry.
You
He's
want to
like,
party?
Hell yeah.
So he joins the mosh pit. That's
I'm
happening.
with gear and a dog. Let's go.
As you tackle the dog, you realize that something's a little off with this dog. It's much stronger than anticipated, and also seems very like quick with its movements, and very cold.
Hey man, what's up with this dog?
And
I don't know. He's a street dog.
I think he needs to go back to being a street dog.
No, he's badass.
He a beefy boy.
And he goes ruff ruff, and then and you see like beams of light come from its eyes, and it scans you,
Excuse me?
so you can
The
probably
music stops.
this, and you see one side of its face come off, and then to show you that it's a cyborg, so it's like half robot. Yeah,
I fucks with it.
yeah. And then he's like woof.
Good boy.
And then he's like, yeah. And then Gear's like, oh shit, no. And then he jumps on him.
Bad gear, bad.
And he's I have to wake up for work in the morning.
I don't. What work do you do?
He's like, be depressed.
All right, I feel that, bro. I get it. Go to bed.
And then he's like, every time he tries to claw for the door, the dog grabs him and throws him against the wall.
Yikes.
And man, we got a very heavy metal crew.
Hey man, we fucking
Yeah, we do.
brutal out here.
That's what we're here for.
So Chris, are you listening to Hawthorne Heights in your room or something?
No,
So cut my wrist and black my eyes.
Cut my wrist and black my eyes. It's just, I'm sorry, that's just the vibe that I got.
She's so emo and edgy.
actually, since her door is locked and like closed,
Mm-hmm.
she's actually like trying to tune the lute,
Mm-hmm.
and she is trying like she is actually like she's pulled out her father's like symbol to Milil,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like singing a song that like her dad used to sing to praise the
Nice.
Lord of
She's
Song.
100% sitting in her room blaring Bullet for My Valentine.
So
Oh my god.
so you're able to kind of like craft like a nice tone out of the guitar and kind of like playing along, a nice melody. And
She's slightly off key because it's been so long since she's actually done any like type of singing. And
mhm,
like occasionally she like, especially with the missing string, she like plucks the wrong one and it just sends like the whole thing into like chaos and just cacophony. And
yeah.
then she just like shakes her head and like starts again until she remembers that she's supposed to talk to the other guys about the fucking mafia.
And then you kind of like close your eyes and kind of really vibe with the song, kind of like flowing with it. And as you're trying to like go through each of the notes, even though you miss one every now and then, you kind of like articulate your way into like another like scale, trying to get back into it, and it ends up like working out and sounding good. um and you realize for a moment that it's been a long time since you played, and you do really enjoy it. um you do hear towards the end, like at the end of the song, you hear like a, and then you hear Gear say, "That was really nice," on the outside of the door. "May I come in? I'm sad."
Chris Chris puts the flute down and unlocks the door and opens it.
"Do you have any oil?"
This guy.
Should be used to him by now, right?
Yeah, you've gotten pretty used to him. Like, he's always had oil, so this is the first time you've seen him without oil.
Chris has like a pint of oil and she gives it to him.
And he just immediately chugs it. Like, hard chugs it down. And he says, "I feel the numbness take over. The happiness is here now. Thank you." And then he kind of rolls away.
This is the saddest
Kind of Chris just
thing I've
kind of
ever
like
heard.
patted his like shoulder as she like watched him down the pint, and then she realizes that she needs to go talk to the boys, so she like heads towards Duke's door.
All right, and so you see again the dog that you've now are like new to, like you've never seen before, and you see the other two guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
So the little shit that originally gave us the bounty contacted me while I was out getting the drum.
Sorry, what was it?
You knew, by the way. Figured out. I don't know if you remember, but his name's Darius.
It's what?
Darius, but the woman
Darius.
called her Derry.
She's referring to him as Derry from now on because like she was
It amuses you.
she was
So
highly amused.
Zane and Cole, you don't know his name's Darius. You just know him as Derry.
Darius.
As Derry.
You really took Darius.
Well, here's the thing.
Derry.
Here's the thing. I actually did not name him that, but
Okay.
what I actually said was Deary, but Chris heard Derry instead of Deary, so Chris thought that I said Derry and that being his name, and I was just rolling with it, like, oh, so it's actually Darius.
Okay.
I was trying to roll with it, and now I have to explain it because it sounds stupid.
Hilarious. Okay, like misheard names are like the best.
Yes. So Derry. Can't believe his fucking name's Derry. Okay, so Derry.
She's just like Derry. Yeah, Derry. He's fucking Derry, Berry, whatever.
Gary, Mary,
the
Barry,
lactose
Jerry.
intolerant motherfucker.
He's allergic to himself.
fucking vegan, you know.
You fucking vegan, mate.
Lives with his mom, motherfucker.
Oof.
The freaking like attic dweller, you know, because they don't really have basement dweller isn't really a big isn't as much of an insult in this place.
Oh man.
She's just like, yeah. So he contacted me. He knows we're with the Tokumatsu, but he wants to hire us to take Visera and her dad out for 10K and a key to the city.
See, I feel like that's not enough.
I told him I would talk to you guys about it, and so I have.
Well, how much was the other people offering us?
10K, and they're gonna train us.
I'd rather be trained to be a shinobi. That sounds extremely useful.
Yeah. And they're government officials. Like they're probably gonna betray us if we like
I don't want to key to a city that still uses rotary phones. Get the fuck out of here.
So I realized that I made a mistake. That I just gave you guys the same amount for both. So what I'm gonna do for this instant is say 15. I know this sounds really lame, changing it afterwards, but
That still doesn't change the fact.
yeah, but
Fuck that.
But at the very least, it makes sense now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's still a pass for me.
Yeah, it's passed for me, bro.
If they wouldn't let me kill the robot, I would have thought about it.
But they seem pretty nice.
I have never seen once a vendetta against a random NPC that I
Bro,
made in 2 seconds.
I fucking
know
hate
why?
it.
What you talking about?
You made it
we started out the
annoying.
campaign selling off a kid.
I literally... Alright, let me explain
That
something.
wasn't hate. That was out of necessity.
I literally did not plan at all for this to all happen. I did not make this character beforehand. It just randomly happened. And it just happens to be that I've dealt with customer service so many times. I just know what bothers people. So I just made it happen anyways.
Bro.
Chris was actually getting somewhere because she already knew how to deal with the command.
I hated that
So
thing.
she was like purposely like saying all the commands correctly just to piss off Colmore.
Oh man, that's just incredible.
Hated that thing.
Oh man, it's amazing.
It's not my-
And from a programmer standpoint, I hated the way that thing was designed.
That's how I designed it, to trigger you.
I know. The trigger specifically
Chris
me
was
because
like,
you know I make shit.
Chris was 2 seconds from asking him if he turned it off and turned it back on.
Oh, I turned it off. It ain't turning back on.
Oh, I so badly wanted you to be like refresh, because I had a whole thing like that I thought of at the moment where if you would have clicked refresh, he would have like
Four.
restarted entirely.
And then did the same thing.
and then went into like Windows 8. No, sorry. No, not Windows 8. Windows Vista.
Oh no.
A home edition. And
Where all the fucking windows pop up.
and then it would have got the blue screen and then just stayed there.
I hate you.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's why I shot that fucker.
Okay.
It would just been like error 3, 2,
It would have been
Three.
perfect if I
Error.
fucking critted though.
error.
I was one away
Error.
from critting it.
Would've been hilarious.
I'm so considering someone finding that robot's pieces, putting it together, and then you have to fight it later just to make you guys mad.
Look,
That's
look,
the
man.
BBEG of the campaign.
Yes, it's the fucking robot.
You killed me when I was a child.
Oh no! the next model that's made from the pieces of that is just like, my name
It becomes
is
Ultron from
Ego
Avenger.
When I was created,
Toya.
I was used with the shambles of my former self. A mistake in your eyes. And I will show you that you were the mistake. Dun, 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 dun.
I should have put some water on it and shorted it out.
Start
That's when you
playing,
just go,
starts
"Nah,
playing
you're
like
still-"
8-bit Final Fantasy music
Yes.
from like the
Yeah.
DS.
Da, da,
I
da,
hate you
da, da, da.
Oh,
Sephiroth. Da, 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 da.
Well, I'm gonna laugh
Oh,
at my
we
fan.
are off task. We are so off. Anyway,
All right.
yeah.
What was
I was-
happening again? Okay.
You're talking
I
about-
was told to tell you. I was told to tell you about Dairy Boberry, and I have so.
Oh my god, Dairy Bowberry. Oh my god.
Dairy, Bowberry.
Oh my god.
I still like Derriere better.
Derriere.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh. He said he was gonna come, and we needed to give him an answer because they're planning on doing something tonight.
Well, I guess we should go help the other people then.
Yeah, we need to warn the Tokumatsu.
The Tokumatsu, I can never remember that. Yeah, let's go warn them.
I also like how Chris has like the -1 in intel, and she remembers these fucking names.
all right, so at this point it's like 3 in the morning as you guys are getting there, and Visera is just the same place that she was before, kind of like
Did she even move?
she's just sitting back drinking, and she is hammered at this point. She's like, Cole, where'd you go?
Don't worry about that.
I was wanting you to have fun, and you left.
Yeah, I had to go meet the werewolf with Parkinson's.
What?
I'll explain more when you're sober.
Well, fine.
That'll be really quick.
When
and I
are we
cast
gonna
Lesser
hook up?
Restoration on her.
When are we gonna hook
Yeah,
I
up?
cast Lesser Restoration on her.
Oh no.
When are we gonna hook up?
That's a hard negative.
Why not? It'll be fun. And then this is where you cast Lesser Restoration.
Yeah.
Zane. Okay.
Yeah.
And then poof, she's sober and she's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh.
Big yikes.
Can I get some F's in chat?
Yeah. Keck W. She's like, yeah, thank you, Duke. So what were you saying about a wolf? What?
Oh, we don't have time for that. Where's your dad?
He went out. Why?
Hey, you might want to call him back.
Yeah, you might want to call him.
Oh, sure. Hold on, I'll use the phone, and then you hear
No,
And then-
it's a fucking rotary phone.
and then she's like, hey, so can you come back to the casino? Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then she hangs up the phone. She's like, yeah, he's on his way back. What did we need to talk about?
First things first. Can I buy you a new phone?
And she's like, oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Where can I buy a phone? Because I'm sick of you guys living in the fucking 1800s.
She's like, well, I mean, if you have the money, you could go to Victoria and get me something nice. I mean, but
yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you're gonna be my
I'll-
boyfriend, I'm in buy me
Whoa
things.
there, buddy.
Like, at least give me a little bit of acknowledgement. I mean, don't leave me on
Whoa
like
there.
this. I mean,
Hold on there, Bessie.
He's already got prior obligations.
oh, you're with
Three-headed
another
werewolf.
bitch now. Okay.
That
Hmm.
was the werewolf thing.
Yeah, the werewolf of Parkinson's.
Oh, so you're literally rather be with a beast with this Parkinson's thing than me?
Well, gives me life still, so yeah.
And then the Yanti comes over and says, "Want another drink?" And then she's like, Yeah, that's great. And then
Mhm.
she drinks some more, and she's like, all right, well, fine. I'm gonna go back to getting drunk.
Well, you might want to hear this beforehand.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she like slams she's like, another.
Whoa, Bessie.
What's up?
So we tell the whole situation about the mafia
By the
coming
time
to
you
try to kill
finish,
them.
she has slammed 3 in a row.
Bitch, calm down.
And she's like, that that sounds really bad. And then she's like, you see, like, clearly something's wrong. Like, something's up with her. You don't know why she's drinking so much, but she's literally like chugging and chugging down like drinks. And she's like, you know what?
Chris is gonna check her for like. Chris is gonna check her to make sure that she's not like poisoned or has some sort of like drug in her system that would make her.
Okay, so how do you do this?
Well, Chris has proficiency in medicine, and she's also
Also, a medicine
uh,
check.
yeah.
Okay.
She wants to check her. Plus, she has some sort of skills in poisons. So
Okay, so real quick, let me make sure we understand this. So medicine will help with poisons and
okay.
diseases. If you're looking for something else, it would have to be like Arcana. So let's start
Okay.
with that.
She was thinking.
So
Like, I was thinking more
we're
along
gonna
the
do
line-
both, right? So we're gonna get Duke to do Arcana, you to do diseases, right?
Yeah, because like Chris's first thought is that it's a chemical thing and not a magical.
Okay. So let's start with Chris. Go ahead.
And I also want to try to insight check her to see if like there's more to why she might be acting funny.
Okay.
Like if it's like potentially she has something to do with the fact that like her dad is out of the nest and something is about to
10.
happen.
You got a 10?
Yeah.
You could clearly see that something's wrong, but you're not totally sure one way or another whether it could be medical related or something else.
Yeah.
As far as you both looking at her in a very inquisitive way,
no.
yeah,
That was the Arcana
Duke,
check.
you not only have no idea, you are completely distracted by the amount of drinking she's doing, and kind of more focused on like why she might be drinking. And you imagine that maybe there might have had a fight, or maybe she's not taking the whole breakup with her and Cole
Was
very
it even
well.
a breakup?
like
Rejection?
well, I mean,
Friend-zoned her.
yeah,
The
basically.
14 was my insight, so I'm taking that as like, oh, she's devastated.
Well, with the insight check, you actually conclude that it's probably not that.
Can I
Oh.
also do an insight check for the lulz?
For the lulz, on an insight check, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, 18.
I'm gonna.
Okay, so real quick, with an 18, you clearly know that whatever's happening is definitely not like herself. You notice that she's starting to drink more and more, but like clearly she's getting more and more sick as she's drinking, and
Oh, look.
the Yanti just keep giving her drinks. And
Look over that bartender. Can you stop giving this bitch some drinks?
she's like, she's the boss.
I don't give a shit.
And she hands her another drink. She starts to down it, and about halfway through, she falls over and
Oh,
collapses on the ground.
I cast vicious mockery on the Yunti.
Okay, what do you say?
Your mama's a bitch.
Mama ho.
So what does it do again? It does damage, right?
Yeah. And I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Chris is on the ground trying to check to see if Viscera still has a pulse.
Okay. So the Yonti fails the saving throw.
Okay. So they take. Let's see. 1d4. They take 4 points of psychic damage, and the next attack that they do has disadvantage.
Okay. So she takes 4 damage, and she's really messed up at this point now. Like, she's really messed up, and she's like, how could you say that about my mother? You're so rude and mean. And like, it messes with her head. She wants to attack you, but she's too afraid to. Um, and then you check for a pulse, and she has a pulse, but it's her heartbeat is slowing, like slower and slower.
I reach down to her and I cast Lesser Restoration again.
Again.
You cast it, and she immediately pukes all of it up. I mean, just a river of vomit, projectile. And after all of it comes out, you can kind of notice that her face starts, like, the color starts to come back to her face. She gets up, and she's like, I don't know what's happening right now. I need more alcohol. I need more. Give me more.
I cast Vicious Mockery on the Yunti one more time.
How would you like to do this?
Oh no.
I just say, I know you're gonna be stupid, so I'm just gonna, like, stop you or before you can do anything more stupid. And on the last time I say, or like call them stupid, it like reverberates and like blows their head up.
So at first, blood drips down her ears, and then her eyes drop, and all you see is a glass white over her eyes, and then boop, the inside of her brain explodes, and then her irises fill with blood, and then she falls to the ground.
Okay, so she's out of the way.
Now
You need to stop trying to drink alcohol.
she says, I don't know what's happening. I need more.
Alright.
I need more.
So I'll look
Anybody
at her.
got any water?
What?
I don't have any
I think
water.
I have some water. I have water.
Okay. All right. So Duke, I want you to roll for Arcana. At this point.
Let's see. The one person that's.
And while he's
probably-
doing that, Chris is gonna take out one of her rations and try to, like, because I know it's usually like bread and stuff like that. Like, is that like
Right.
milk? She's
Got it
gonna try to-
rough tonight.
So
She's gonna try to give it to Viscera to try to like soak up anything that's left in her system.
So
She still doesn't know.
yeah, and then Chris, I want you to also roll a medicine check.
Medicine. Okay.
Yeah,
Can I roll Arcana for the loss?
yeah. Go ahead. I mean, I'm trying to like at this point, you guys are clearly trying to figure things out.
18.
Okay. All right, and then
Rolls are nuts tonight.
One of us
all right.
had a
So even though
11.
okay, so even though Cole, you don't know a lot about magic, you do know that this is clearly a curse of some kind. You have no idea what it is because this is not your expertise. So you don't know what it is, even with an 18. But you know this is clearly some kind of curse that is being used to make her keep drinking to death.
Alright, well, I want to try to counter that with suggestion.
Yes, you can. Yep. All right. So
Alright,
what do you
so she's
suggest?
I suggest that she doesn't drink alcohol and instead drink some water and eat some food.
And she
For one meal and one thing of water.
So here's the thing. She does exactly what you say, but she does it at the same vigor as when she tried to drink. So she violently chugs all the water and violently shoves like bread in her mouth.
Okay, well this is better at least.
And then she's like crying and like snot coming down her nose, like vomit still all over her like clothes, and she's like, I don't know what's happening. And then
Well, I have nothing here.
at this point the father busts in. He's like, what is happening?
I don't know, dog. I thought you might know.
He looks up at her eyes, and then he gets her. She like moves her eyeball over to the left just enough to see that there is a mark with a skull on the other side of her eye. And she's like, I know what this is. He looks over to you three and says, listen, someone's tried to curse her. He said, this is an old assassin curse that was tried to use on her. What it does is tries to suggest her in a very, very strong way to do something that would look like suicide. She's like, do you know anyone that's been around her before now that could have maybe done something like this?
It's just been us and the now dead bartender.
And he looks over and says, her? And then he looks over, looks over, and then like looks through her stuff and sees a note, and that reads a bounty. The same bounty y'all were given.
Huh. Oh, I'm glad we killed him now.
Yeah, this one sucked. Like they clearly they were not very powerful, but they almost got away with it. So,
do you know how to stop this?
he says, these are only temporary. I will keep her in her quarters for tonight. Hopefully, it'll wear off a little bit later.
Okay, well, there's something we have to tell you about.
And then
we tell him about running into old dude.
And then he's like, that's what this is. He says.
They said they were moving tonight.
He says,
which is why we came back.
He says, I want to thank you. You are the reason that my daughter's alive.
Yeah, it's very fortunate we came back.
He says, yes. And again, I don't know how to thank you enough. This is twice now you've saved my family.
Pay me.
Chris, by this, like, Chris just looks at him and she's just like, pick one of your most trusted. I'm staying, and they can watch both of us. I'm staying with her.
I'm also gonna stay.
Okay. All right. So, with that said, unless you guys want to do anything else, I think that's gonna be that. That sound good?
Wait, what'd you say?
I think I think with that being said, like, you want to end it here, or is there anything else I want to do?
That's about time for Tiff to get off. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I want to try and find a clean place to stop.
Hey man, how far are we from leveling up?
One more, and then
Okay.
we'll level up because y'all are starting at like level 3, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it's gonna be level 4 next.
All right, cool.
All right. So, real quick, just a real question. What did y'all think of that one?
That was fun.
I like it.
Minus the robot. I fucking hated that thing.
That was more for my entertainment, I think.
I'm sure it was.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I
no.
was rolling. I'm sitting here trying not to, like, I can't even. I'm trying not to laugh because
Y'all can laugh at my misery. It's okay.
Chris is so serious, and I'm just sitting here like.
I mean, dude,
You can
like,
laugh at a character.
when I upload this episode, first of all, the title of these YouTube videos are gonna be incredibly perfect. Like, first of all, the first one I'm gonna when I eventually get to post them, the first episode is like Actually, I did never get to open that one, but my title for that one was gonna be level 1. It's like kids sold into slavery question mark.
You should name it Django in space.
There we go. Yeah. And then the second episode I think probably should be
Bond, James Bond.
yeah, Bond, James Bond. There we go. What episode? What would you call this episode? Like the title?
Dogmosh?
Dogmosh.
Yeah,
Dog-
Dogmosh. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Wolf with Parkinson's.
I don't
There we
know.
go.
I think the robot
Took it. Yeah.
The robot took the cake for sure.
405
robot.
404
404
error
page not found.
404, robot not found.
404 error, robot not found. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, for YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.